Welcome to the Magma Classroom, our weekly digital painting study session in partnership with Wacom. This particular classroom series focuses on the basics of digital painting, starting with the fundamentals of value, shapes, light and color. We've done a good few apples and spheres already in previous lessons, tried our hands at some more interesting still life studies, broken down simple landscapes, and even run a gauntlet of timed exercises to speed up the learning process. These 1-hour study sessions are aimed at beginners finding their feet with digital painting, illustrators who want to tackle new subjects to grow their visual library, and more experienced painters wanting to warm up or wind down with something different from their usual work. I'm your host Ryan, the resident artist at Magma, and together we'll be sharpening our skills each week with a new subject to study. Top up your mug and grab your drawing tablet. While you wait, be sure to subscribe if you're not already so that you can stay updated about future sessions. We'll be getting started shortly. Alrighty, hello everybody. Welcome to the classroom. I'm Ryan. Good to have you here again for another little study session. And today, I suppose I have to apologize because we're kind of throwing ourselves in the deep end today. Certainly throwing myself in the deep end with this one. Hey Andy, because I have no cooking clue how to tackle this material. So it's going to be an interesting little study, and yeah, I mean, we are here to challenge ourselves, grow our skills a little bit, try something new, try something different, and experiment. And you know, the idea with this is not to do perfect paintings. That's definitely not the object here. The idea is that we try and figure things out. We struggle, we try and get closer to our reference, and go through the decision-making process, I suppose. So mistakes are encouraged, mistakes are welcome, and don't worry if your piece doesn't turn out fantastically. We're all here, different skill levels, so don't worry about it. Yeah, Andy, maybe everyone forgot. Yeah, we got some people watching on YouTube. If you want to come in and join with us, then you can find all the information in the stream description below. If you are joining on Twitch, let me know. I'll have to supply you with some fresh links because we don't have a stream description, if I remember correctly. But yeah, you will have to join the Magma Classroom Artspace first, and from there you can follow the link to the canvas. Where's my cursor? Blaze is active as well, so you'll be able to use some of our Blaze features during the classroom. And yeah, let's dive in. So, like I said, I don't know how to tackle this. So what I'm going to do, as with anything, when it's new, I'm going to just try and analyze a little bit of the material, try and see just observe some details, things that stand out, what's happening with light. Obviously, this is a very reflective surface, so we're getting lots of like light reflections, but it's got all these colors divided up as well, which is really cool, particularly this here on the bottom left. Just a really nice separation of different areas, which is going to be quite fun to tackle. Now, if you're looking at something like this, it's also helpful to switch over to grayscale just to have a look at what's going on with values. But with this sort of material, it's really varied. There's so many different colors and value changes going on in here. Hey, Amit, feel free to grab a canvas down below. We've got a bunch of canvas here. Everyone can take one for themselves. We can easily create more as we go. Yeah, the lasso is definitely going to be an interesting tool to use here for just very quickly capturing some of these segments. That's right. This is abalone shell. Really interesting kind of material. We get a lot of these on the South African coast, and yeah, they're quite pretty. So there are two ways one could go about this. So the idea is that we're going to apply this to a dagger. First, you could just draw out your dagger shape, and then try and replicate some of these surfaces, just drawing in some of the patterns, blocking in shapes of color. The other is to try and understand the material first by doing maybe a little sphere study or a cube. Time is a bit limited here today, so I think what we're going to do is go sort of straight into applying this onto a dagger and trying to capture some of the same sort of patterns that we see here. Something that can be useful is to blur your reference, just to get rid of the details, because when you look at something like this, it's quite overwhelming. So I'm going to duplicate this layer. I'm going to go to my filters up top here, go to my Gaussian blur, and now we've got a nice strong blur. We can dial that down just a little bit. So now things sort of merging together. You can get a sort of broader perspective on what's going on with color. Okay, but I'll keep it there, but I'm going to leave it off for now. I want to get this dagger in. Yeah, so those who are watching, feel free to come along and draw with us. It's way more interesting to participate in something like this rather than just watch, because a lot of this is me trying to figure it out as well. A little sketchy brush, little sketchy sketch. Yeah, it's a collective study session rather than an instructional one. So let's just get this blade in. So I'm assuming rather going to apply this material to the blade. So I'm just going to get a center line here. I think you call something like this a Chris knife, this sort of shape. I could be wrong. What's nice here is that we do have this clear planes on the knife as well. Got this sort of flat one here, and then it curves in. I suppose I can kind of worry about the rest stuff later. Just want to focus on the blade. Andre, thanks for joining us over on YouTube there. Feel free to come along and paint with us. Andy, try drawing what was that? Sorry. Try doing crystal. It was complicated. Indeed. Yeah, that's another one I need to take a crack at sometime. So I'm going to find a color here. Let's see. I'm going to go more with this blue one over here. It's got hints of this purple in it, but I want to focus on the blues. So shift over here. Try and find just a decent base color. And as was suggested, I'm going to take the lasso tool here. Whoops. Is the cursor still going missing? I thought we fixed this. That's fine. I'll just get it in roughly. When you're using a screenless tablet, the cursor disappears when using the lasso. So you might need to just, feel it out and then go in and correct correct the shape a bit afterwards. If you're using a display tablet, not a problem at all. If you're on an iPad or something like that, then it's all good. Or a Surface. Yeah, it's great for smaller screens. Tab will hide the entire Magma UI. I put an article up on the Magma blog, focused on exactly that. Using Magma on smaller screens, because we've got a lot of more beginner level artists as well, maybe not using big expensive devices, smaller tablets, their phones, a surprising number of people on their phones. So yeah, so I thought I'd share a few tips on how to improve that experience, and one of them is, of course, if you have a wireless keyboard connected, Tab will hide the whole UI. If, like me, you tend to just work with one brush a lot of the time, then yeah, pick your thing, scale up and down your brush, no problem, and just get everything else out of the way. Remember those days of low power devices? Okay, so now with this, I'm going to look at some of these different patterns that are in here, but I'm going to drop in bits of color, squinting my eyes. This side with our reference is the lighter side, right? This side. Come on, what's going on here? Layer is empty. Yes, but you clip to the layer below it. What do you mean it's empty? Oh, silly me. Okay, this side is where a lot of the light is. So I'm going to drop some of that in. We've also got this curve that runs along the blade. This sort of splits like that. And then we get that curve that kind of follows along. That one's a bit off. And it sort of lightens up here instead. Flips to the other side. Now, to make things a little bit more visible for myself, I'm going to put a bit of a darker gray behind this. Let's give it a bit of saturation, shift it into the blues, just so it stands out. And already, yeah. Yeah, so you kept adding more there, and I didn't even get around to working on mine this morning. Stuck into other things. If you're watching, you wonder what we're talking about here. Last night, yesterday, depending on where you are in the world, we had our weekly clubhouse session, and the theme was Dragon Riders. That was quite a fun one. Let's keep a bit of that saturation. Okay, now let's trying to figure out some color on it. I'm going to merge this down, part of the base, to another clipped layer. And get some variation in my colors. So I don't want to color pick from the reference, but I do want to have a look at, use my eyedropper just to get a sense of what sort of color range we have. We got a bit of this yellow green. Oh, it looks kind of yellow in comparison. We've got a bit of a the mid-saturation blue. We've got a gray, yeah, the purple gray in here, and lots of these like dark areas as well, creating a very cool pattern. So let's see, let's try and get just a bit of that variety in here. So we had some of that yellow green, it's quite light. Some of that blue, sort of like a mid-saturation in here. I'll probably go over a lot of this again. I just want to get some variety in here. It's a bit of a lighter blue as well. Really tricky material. Goodness. I had some of this dark fragments in here. I'd say that's a bit too dark. It's going to start. So we even have a circle in there which connects with a bigger circle. Let's bring that element in. So trying to find some of the stuff that's in this already. And this overall thing will be a little bit more towards blues, but it changes plane over here. Oh yeah, Makabuchi's great. Which video was it? Do you remember the title by any chance? I've seen a couple of his, yeah, his color videos are really good. And self-taught, him. He's really skilled with it. Light color, I'll check it out. If you're joining us on YouTube, feel free to come along and draw with us. We're doing a little 1 hour study here. Suffering together. Suffering together. Not an easy one. Not an easy one at all. Managed to almost replicate stone. Why am I? Things not showing up here. Ah, there we go. Oh, great job. That's really fantastic. That nice vibrance. Hey, Deco, welcome, welcome. You know the drill, you know the drill. Grab yourself a canvas. Take a stabby stab at it. It is the end of August already. Can you believe it? We got here Tani Kun, welcome. Grab yourself a canvas. Yeah, the months do go fast. I saw another really cool dagger that had these other shapes. How did it work? I think it almost flared out. I'll have to try to figure it out again. So just trying to get some of these darker points in. Let's change this. Get some more of that pink in. Maybe even some of it down here. I need to be a bit bolder with applying some color here. While also staying hydrated. So I probably could lighten up this bit a little bit here. Just trying to follow that bend, which is about here, actually. Things a little darker on the side. Moonlit greatsword vibes, but dagger. Yep. Yep. Yeah, I've always kind of wanted to do a study of this, but I don't know. I guess I've always been quite intimidated by it because it's so crazy strange and beautiful. Just so much going on. That it's really difficult to figure out. It's gonna be a bit lighter. But hey, if that's not a reason to do it in the classroom, I don't know what is. Okay, that's not quite working there. That's good. So what's going on in some of these shadows? Maybe we must add in a bit more green. Not shadows, shadow, darker, sort of darker areas. Thanks, Andre. Yeah. Ahmed, I give up now. Resist the temptation to give up. Keep going. But it is challenging. That's why I apologized in the beginning. I knew this wasn't going to be easy. I still wondered because I did a very quick test round before the classroom to see, okay, what do I need to explain here? Do I know what I'm doing? The eternal unanswered question. Oops, what happened to my camera there? And yeah, I was like, oh damn, oh darn, oh darn, oh darn, what have I got myself into? Should I quickly find some different reference? Surely I can't do this to people. Put myself on the spot too. But yeah, here we are. We're gonna do it anyway. Burning Phoenix is here. A wild phoenix has appeared. Late but ready. Here we go. Game time. Glad you could make it. It's cool that we have our gang of regulars. It's like we have a real proper little art studio class thing. We meet up every week. Wouldn't mind doing like a proper live drawing session again. It's been a long time. Do you guys have any live drawing classes in your neck of the woods? With a model and everything that you can practice some live drawing? Used to have them in my hometown. Yeah. None nearby. Otherwise, there's these cool odd times. Yeah, that's always the tricky thing. Time and money. There are some cool things where you can set like a pose on a timer. I saw someone share a website about it a while back, and you could do these like quick gesture studies, gesture drawings. Ah, my nose is itchy. Ah. Can't rush a masterpiece. And doing something like this is really just the start. We'll study like this. If you are keen on doing different materials, and it's from here it's on to, okay, well, now do it on a cube, do it on various other basic forms, and then add it to a pot that is made out of that material. Play around with the lighting. And this is probably is going to have some light along here too, surely. Slightly lighter here. But a big motivation for me choosing these kind of things is wanting to take try my hand a bit more at some prop design and that kind of thing. So understanding various materials is important. Then I just make all of you do it with me. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, same for me. Same for me. So I think this needs to have. Let's shift this a bit towards the blues. Go darker. Darker on this edge. We have already passed the half-hour mark. Let's zoom in a little bit. Ugh. as of tomorrow, it is Swordtember. So if this is your jam, drawing swords, this is your month. This is where it all goes down. And I can tell you what the first theme is. So there's prompts for each day of the month. Tomorrow's one, day one, is Cosmic Sword, followed by a holographic, then asteroid, quantum. Ooh, lots of spacey themes, spacey and sci-fi. Oh dear, there's a Barbie one as well. Medusa, gemstone, feline, nebula, black hole, arachnid. Some very interesting themes there. Yeah, we kind of got a head start on that, for sure. Yes, I put them on the general channel on Discord. If I remember, general? Yes. It's one of the recent posts. No problem. It's been a long time since I've done a monthly challenge, or month-long, rather, a month-long challenge. We've also got Inktober coming up. Andre says on Saturday he's doing a self-portrait session. That's another thing I should be doing more of. Silly self-portraits. Maybe I should do an annual one. Doesn't Cynics do an annual self-portrait that he posts online? I think so. Yeah, Saturdays are normally my kind of day off because I do a bit of painting and stuff through the week. But yeah, I'll see what Saturday brings. I've been wanting to join one of Wenz's sessions on a Saturday, but it just never happens because after a week of work, wife and I go drink wine and eat out, stroll, do things, get away from the desk for a little bit. I spend way too much time at the desk. Where have you posted details about that, Andre? Maybe others will be keen. I actually need to make a video on Saturday too. Just tomorrow maybe. Okay, cool. So if anyone's interested, ninth node art on Discord, on our Discord server. If you're interested to do a little self-portrait session on the weekend, drop him a message. Not good at self-portraits, Andy? I suppose that's the point of the session then, isn't it? I think drawing my own face was a go-to. If I didn't know what to draw, I had a sort of alter ego and then my own face. I always had something to work with if I was feeling a bit stuck on what to do, what to draw. Just contort my face, snap a selfie, draw that. If anything, I get a laugh out of it, maybe a few friends too. Make a fool of myself before anyone else has the chance. Follow me for more life tips. "15 minutes to go. I show orange in here. Andre, is that like an instructional session, or is it like just a hangout? It's just sort of the theme of the session, or are you kind of helping people with drawing faces at the same time? Yeah, it's instructional. I teach shaping out the face and coloring based on emotions. Cool, sounds interesting. Nice. So if anyone's wanting to practice learning the face, sounds like a good session to join. Coming close on the end of the stream. See what some people catching up there on YouTube. So you guys are coming in a little close to the end. From next month, just a little reminder, we shift this over to just 2 hours on a Monday. The classroom session. I haven't picked out the focus yet for our first one. It's my task for tomorrow. And I'll just So I think I was initially planning on doing a weapon study, but we've done a bit of that already. Done a bit of that already this week. Maybe I'll change it up. Let's have a look at what's going on in here. Lots of little flecks of color too. Flecks of light. More saturated, I think. Hey DPO, welcome. Thank you very much. The hilt is a bit skewed. Definitely could do with more time. But thank you. I think it's okay. It's okay. I see you added more to the environment on your dragons there yesterday. Filled out some more. Looks super cool. So how to get this doing? I need a walk after this. But unfortunately, our elevator is bust, and we're on the 17th floor. Oh, sure. Nice move there. Unlink it to get access back. No problem. Yeah, I'll put together a little blog post just recapping a bit of the month, what all we did in the classroom and the clubhouse. Seems we did this combined theme thing this time around. Cool beans. Next. I feel like I need a bit more of this kind of blue in here. It's nice saturated. To bring out the lights, do I need to darken some of this a bit, or do I just shift it? Shift it. This is not quite doing it for me. What is it? Seems there's a bit more color in it, perhaps. Darken this. I think it's that the purple isn't, it's like spread out when maybe it should be like a section of it that moves across the blade. Maybe that's what it is that's getting me. One way to find out, and that is to try. Yeah, classroom stays on Mondays, but for 2 hours. We won't do a Thursday session. And then Wednesdays, we're going to keep the clubhouse as is, same time. And it will be a bit of a, we won't have this overarching theme next month, but I will look into possibly doing that again because it was quite fun. I like having a consistent theme through the month and then little elements of that, or yeah. So we'll see what October brings. The Inktober prompt list is also out. You might be interested to know, DPO, with your inking skills. Could be a fun one. Yeah. So next month we'll just play around with a few things because we've also had a lot of suggestions, really cool suggestions for the clubhouse. So I don't want to leave those until too long. I think it'd be great if everyone can, get a chance to play with their suggestions in the clubhouse too. So maybe we'll do a 1 month mixture of community suggestions, and then the next month will be like a bigger, broader theme that everything ties into. Let's have a look here at what everybody's done. I don't know why my thumbnails aren't showing up in the sequence panel here. Ooh, nice magical blade there. Cool that you played around with the actual design of the dagger too. Very nice, very nice. There's an empty canvas. Hey, great job, Deco. This is super cool. You nailed it. Yeah. Ah, great, Tiny Kun, getting lots of that patterning in there. Very cool. Yeah, I think this is the good approach. Plotting in the color, streaks of color, like a pattern of the color, then getting those swirls in, and then adding another layer where the color gets defined. I think you got a good approach here. You tried and you did well. You did well. I like the approach. And we got Radek here. Very cool, nice and shiny. Yeah, that was a really good job here. Okay. I'm quite impressed for something that is really really difficult. You guys really handled this one well. Very nice, Burning Phoenix. Nice. Actually, that's a clever idea. Carrying the material into the hilt, but then changing up the color focus there. Very nice. Awesome stuff, guys. So I'm going to call it here. We have just gone past the hour. Andre, if I'm not able to join on Saturday, I hope it goes well with your portrait session. Again, if you guys are interested in that, check out on the off-topic channel in Discord. You did mention about that. Yeah, that did go very quickly. It did go quick indeed. Cool. So I will see you guys all again next week. I hope you have a fantastic weekend. Get some good rest, or get cracking on that artwork you've been waiting to do if work has been in the way this week. And yeah, we'll chat soon. Cheers, everybody. Thank you again.